So, yeah, I've only gone and bagged myself a bloody sensei, haven't I? What is up, winning team, everyone? I don't know why all of a sudden I feel so like vulnerable and like exposed talking on the internet, but I do now. But anywho, I gotta update you all because yeah, the mail department is doing way too freaking much, and I actually don't know why. To be honest, I really don't. Well, I partially do because oh my god, anyway, we're coming back to that. So I've only gonna buy myself a bloody sensei, haven't I? So yeah, today I was out doing combat training, wasn't I? And it wasn't actually an answer to my prayer because I've been saying to God, like, I want to get into like fitness again. Why do I still sound ill? And this is really annoying me. Hold on, guys. Yeah, sorry. My throat's been hurting there for like it's been a long time now. As in like years that I've been having throat issues. It's all to do with me singing, you know. Because I remember even when I did my performance, which I was listening to yesterday, listening back to it, I can hear that my voice still isn't. Hold on 1 second, guys. Yeah, it's not gone away, so that's why. Anyway. So I've been praying to the Lord anyways. I've been asking him, like, God, please, God. There's a few things, like I've said to you guys, I've been exhausted with living itself. Because living is so exhausting, in my opinion. So there's a few things, specific things, I'm like, God, please, I need help with. One of them is working out. The other one is driving. I'm trying to come to that as well. Seriously, that's what I'm saying. Just so I shouldn't talk. I've not even talked for the last 24 hours. And even now, I'm like, you should just clear your throat and then come back. It hasn't gone away. And I do believe part of it is like a physical attack against my voice to stop me from talking. Because the whole thing is like, even now I'm thinking, just don't talk. But I've already been not talking because of that. See what I'm saying? Like, anyway. A few different things that I needed help with. Let's just put it like that. And the patriarchy has just stepped into the picture. So this guy was like, I was calling him the bicep king, right? I love calling men certain names that are truthful to them. I was calling him the bicep king, and he was, and yeah, because he had big biceps, basically. Yeah, this other guy, I was like, I'd really like to. So I said to him, just kind of offhandedly, I was like, it's nice. Like, I'd said to you guys actually in a video like a couple weeks ago, I was like, it's like the guys want to help me with everything other than the things I actually need help with. So like one of those things being getting in better shape. And it's not that I'm not in decent shape now. And it's not that I don't know how to get into good shape. It's that I just don't want to have to think about it. I just want somebody to just tell me what to do. Like, tell me the instructions. Tell me. Just tell me. I don't actually care. I'm just exhausted of having to do all the thinking about everything for myself, So, yep, told him. He was like, cool. Let's meet up. I'm gonna train you up. So he's all doing up, like, if somebody's holding a gun at your neck, what are you gonna do? Someone's on this side of your neck. If somebody's like choking you, like holding you like this, what are you gonna do? Like, we're doing all these things, and we're also doing conditioning as well. Like, and I was just like, it is so nice to actually work out and not have to think about it. You know what I mean? And just have somebody just think about it. Because he was like, he kind of, I think he thought I was less fit than I was, or I am. And yeah, and it was really a lot of fun. Like, we're pushing my body, I'm sweating, I'm like, yeah, it was good. And then this other guy, right? So he was like, the thing about me and driving, guys, this is honestly the most sensitive subject. So never ever bring up driving to me, ever. Don't ever bring it up. Excuse me, never. Because it's one of them things. So obviously you guys know I love honestly, my voice is really making me want to freaking throw myself out the window. Hold on. So when it comes to driving, I hate this whole topic, but I should bring it up because I have to give the patriarchy the flowers for doing the things that they be doing, right? So I always want, like, immediately as soon as like possible, I wanted to be able to drive, right? And one thing I always respected about my ex-boyfriend, right, is that despite everything he was going through in his life at the time, which is a lot, one of them being major surgery, my dad, he paid for his own and did his own driving, right? Legally, by the way. Let's talk about that for a second, actually, while we're here. Since we're going to be here, if we're going to be here, let's talk about everything we need to talk about. Let's just really get to the point. You know what's funny? It's so funny how, like, me being with my ex, right, because of how he is, and honestly, I believe it's because he's tall and handsome. So it's like, because he's tall and handsome, he has to be the bad, whatever. Look, there was problems. Both of us were the problem. Both of us are problematic, and both of us added issues to the situation. Okay, different types of issues. One thing I will say for him, yeah, that I don't feel like anybody understood and still understands is that this guy, one of the main reasons I was with him, because we're like, she's just stupid and she's just fatherless. Talk about fathers, talk about fatherhood. Listen, this guy, for like the first 3 months we were together, he used to drive 2 hours to come and stay with me, right, at my house. And he did never, in the entire time we were together, he would have never forced himself onto me, ever, and he never did. For like the first 3 months, he used to stay at my house. Like, now that I think about it, I think it's kind of insane. He used to stay at my house, and he never, ever forced anything onto me, like anything. So when people are like, yeah, just you, and he's, bear in mind, this guy is a diagnosed psychopathic guy and diagnosed autistic before it was all trendy, right? Never, ever, ever, never. I trust this man. If I had a baby today, I have more trust in him with my child than my own parents. He never ever forced himself onto me. So, like, people didn't were like, you're just like off the rails. I'm like, I'm off the rails, really? Or am I just like trusting in somebody who's actually trustworthy because he would never do it? Like, and I remember even my housemates were funny, right? Love them. They'd be like, at the start of the relationship, how big is it? How big is it? I'm like, I have no idea. I ain't seen the thing. I ain't seen nothing. I've not even kissed the man in these like however many months, and he used to still drive all the way 2 hours. And do you know what he would do, right? It would get to like whenever 2 in the morning, and because if he didn't have explicit like permission from me to stay, he would leave. Even still, even if I could see he was tired, he'd be like, well, you didn't say I should stay, so you don't have to. And not in a manipulative way, like, at all. Because I've been there as well, where guys try to manipulate you, you know. And he would have left. He would leave. I'm like, really? This is new for me. Like, it's new to have anyone. As I'm saying, all these guys, and it's quite surprising that they all are so good at respecting me, my boundaries, because everybody else, male or female, touch, feel, grab me, women, man, especially the women are worse in a way, because they feel like, oh, well, I'm just a auntie, I'm just a mother, whatever. These guys are, it's impressive. So this other guy, yeah, back to the driving thing. So I obviously have worked my whole life, hence why I'm exhausted, and hence why I don't care about nothing, because I'm too tired for anything. So the reason I hadn't done my driving earlier is because my freaking father was all like, don't worry, I'll teach you how to drive, and he taught like half this town basically, I feel like, to drive. What an idiot I was. And like, I tell you guys, trusting my dad about this particular topic is probably my greatest regret in life, because why did I trust that this man would do? Anyway, when I was working and I was a teenager and I could afford it, this is the point. Now I've moved out to London and obviously London is expensive. Like, even the house my mum lives in, like, the amount of rent she pays is less than half what I was paying in London for her house, right? A month. So I'm in London, I'm doing all these things, and this guy decides to pay for my driving. My ex, by the way. And that's when I finally did it, like, properly, because I'd done it before. Like, I paid for my own lessons, did the weekly thing, but then he was like, you gotta get your driving done. And I was like, yeah, I know, it's not that I don't want to. That's why I hate being alive a lot of the time, by the way, because people will talk to you as if like you don't realize something is serious, and it's like, I'm tired because I have to do everything by my freaking self. So no, it's not that I don't care about this, and it's not that it's not a priority, it's that I'm tired, right? That's why I really appreciate all these guys doing all these things. So anyway, he's like, you need to do, anyways, how much is it going to cost you? And then he sends me money again. Everyone's like trying to act like, oh, he's doing this. Listen, he wasn't a perfect guy at all. But listen, this man used to work 6 days a week in real estate. And he would start at like, I can't remember what time, and we could finish it, I can't remember what time. 6 days a week. And then in amongst, while he was on his break, while he was like between viewings, and then when he wasn't at work, this guy was selling cars and TVs, right? He was working really hard. Like, and that's, again, I'm not saying that he was perfect. There's a lot of things wrong with him, obviously. And me. And that's why I can't, you guys don't hear me talk about him, because it's not fair for me to sit here and just be like, this guy was the problem because of this, because I was also the problem in a lot of ways. So for me to come out here, and again, people love to be like, again, isn't it funny how people have no problem pinpointing a guy as a problem in my life? I was saying this to one of these guys, yeah, because we were talking about something. I'm not going to say what we're talking about. I was like, isn't it crazy that you and everyone is happy to pinpoint anybody other than anybody I'm physically related to? If I'm physically related to them, they get away with everything. They can do anything. No one cares about my safety. No one cares about who raped me. No one cares about nothing. No one. As soon as they become a stranger, now we can all of a sudden hold people accountable. That's crazy, right? So yeah, that's what it was like. So yeah, he paid for my driving and whatever. But the problem is that when did I fail my first test? I can't remember. Yeah, I did fail my first driving test, and it really upset me, actually, the whole situation, because basically my teacher was a woman, and I thought that was going to be a better thing. Like, I'm really saying everything I have to say, I thought it was going to be, it's because I've been telling the guys, and they're making me realize I'm not crazy. I thought it was going to be a better situation because it was a woman, right? She's an older, like, Jamaican lady. And her plan was, she wanted to move over to automatic, not just manual. And I was like, I need a manual license. That's the main reason why I haven't wanted this, is because I'm not getting an automatic license, guys. I'm going to get a manual license. And bearing in mind, because even this other guy, which I'm going to talk about in a second, he was surprised that I was like, he's like, have you got provisional? I was like, yeah. And he was like, that they've changed the theory now. The theory is easier because people can do it. The old theory, I dropped one or two marks in the old theory. I got like near perfect score in my driving theory. And he was like, really? I was like, yeah, everybody just thinks I'm an idiot, and everybody thinks I'm stupid, and everybody thinks I'm incapable of everything just because I can't do it. But it's not that I can't do it. It's that I don't have the freaking energy I'm so tired, with living. And so she basically, this is how she was. And again, like, this is why I don't trust anyone. I never want to trust anyone. I never want to trust anything. So she basically, I had said to her, I was like, look, when you think I'm ready, you do it, because I'm paranoid about myself, everything anyway. So I was like, I'll trust my driving instructor that when you think I'm ready, we'll do it. Now, here's what I think. Now, despite what, I'm going to tell you guys exactly what happened when I failed my driving test. But despite what I'm about to say, I think she was rushing me, because she said, oh, this month I want to move on to automatic. And I think she just kind of wanted to get it done. Now, here's how I failed my driving test, right? So I'm in London, in Chingford. Now, listen, if you're in the United States or any other country that's not England, you guys have all this space in the road. Because I remember thinking, no wonder everybody has a flipping license in America. Because you guys have huge roads and huge cars as well. Excuse me. So I'm in the middle of central London, which, bearing in mind, again, my mum doesn't drive in London. I want you guys to take that into account. So the road, it's like a T-junction like this, right? It's like a T-junction, and the driving instructors asked me to go right. Yeah. Now, there are like 2 huge London buses just not driving and not even stop, just like their lights are just flashing on either side of where I'm going to have to do a right. So I can't really see anything. So it's one of those, I'm going to just have to like pull out the car a little bit and then just like look a little bit, like just pay attention to what's happening and just react like that, if that makes sense, because I can't see anything. There's 2 huge red London buses on this side and there's 2 huge red London buses on that side. So I've just got to pull out the car, have a look, and then do whatever I'm doing. And then, so what happens is, so I go out as this cyclist comes, which I saw him, and it's not like I didn't see anything with her. And then the instructor, he's the one who stops the car, right? And then he's like, so this is at the very end of the test. I want you guys to know this is the very, very end of the test, like the last couple minutes. Literally, we've done the whole loop. We've done all the maneuvers. I've done the reverse this, that, this. And so this is literally like where this T-junction is. Like if you go to the left or just there, or even the right, that's where the test was going to end. Literally right there. He's like, oh, well, because I had to stop the car. Like, I don't know, maybe you might have stopped. Maybe you wouldn't have. Maybe you would have done this, but I had to stop the car. Prior, by the way, so I'm not blaming him entirely. Her, again, I feel like she rushed to us to get into the test, because I used to get anxiety. Like, so, because we'd be like in the car, right? We're driving towards like one of these huge London roundabouts. It's got like 4 lanes. And then she's just there going, well, if you want to get in the first lane, you got to take it to the right. If you want to take the second lane, you got to do this. And she's just telling me all this stuff while I'm in the midst of driving. Like, there's no use telling me all my 8 options of what I'm about to do right now while I'm in the car as a learner at the freaking roundabout in the freaking car as oh my gosh. Like, and so yeah, she frustrated me. She made me really upset, and like she'd give me so much anxiety. But I did my best, and I still did good. I honestly think I did good on my driving test. So yeah, this guy the other day, I was telling him about it because he asked me, he was like, oh, you should, you need to get your license. I'm like, do you not think I freaking know that I need to get my freaking license? Like, this is what I'm saying. Everybody's like telling me everything I need to do. I'm like, just do. I'm like, I'm just sick of having to do everything by my freaking self. I'm sick of having to just endure the adult population and having to just endure whatever people give to me. And then when I have to do things, everybody just acting as if I don't care when I do care, and I will do my best. So yeah, like that's why I was helpful with this guy. I'm like, man, this guy was like, really? I was like, yeah. So when I told him, I was like, cool. Send me your provisional license, send me the front and the back. I'll add you to my insurance. I'll teach you how to drive. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for people, rather than just critiquing me, actually helping me with stuff. So yeah, I got a sensei, I got a driving instructor, I got flipping. Guys, look at this. I got new headphones today, delivered to my house. This other guy booked me for this other guy. He bought me groceries. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm trying my best, you know? This other guy, look at this. I'm trying to show you guys my necklace because this guy got me a necklace. It's really nice. It's really so nice. It's really a nice necklace. It's got a G on it. It's really nice, and it's got like a little diamond. Like, I don't know why I'm telling you this if I can't show you. It's so cute. This gold necklace. So there's that, and then they're just doing everything basically, like everything and anything. Like a different guy doing something, and it's not like I'm asking them for it. It's not like I'm having sex with them to do anything. I feel like it's like because I pray to God and He knows that no one has my back. Like He's like sent people into my life, and you know what's crazy? And this made me sad because I obviously feel like I'm the one benefiting off of everything. Like I'm like, what did these guys even get out of anything? Like I'm not offering them nothing. Like one of these guys, he told me, he was like, you know, if I hadn't met you right now, I was thinking of taking my own life. And that made me really sad. And he was like, it's not that I'm expecting anything like from you or like I'm expecting anything like, you know, like he's not expecting anything like from me like in necessarily per se, although he's obviously interested because he's obviously interested. But he was like, I just appreciate having somebody that's there for me like in this time because of the things he's going through. And he was like, I don't actually think you and me are like, this is the thing, they figure out themselves that we're not necessarily destined for each other, which is like a good thing for me because I don't want to ever hurt any of them, and that's why I don't even talk to a lot of them because guys would be like, how come you don't want to talk? How come you're being so difficult? I'm like, because I know you're not my. I don't want to like lead you on. You know what I mean? I don't need to feel taken advantage of. I don't need to like because I know, and then they're like, how do you know? I was like, well, you don't know the Lord because. And listen, guys, my heart has been long gone, like 2 years ago at this point, and to put individual in question, another person I decided to word vomit to in the last few days, right? So I'm here telling this guy that, by the way, you're the only thing, you're the only person, what did I say? There's nothing and no one else I want more than you. And it's true. He's the only thing I want in this life. Like, out of what I can get that's not, like, in the world, like, I don't really care about money. I told you guys that. I don't care about money, power, fame. I don't care about any accolade. I'm not like, oh, one day when I got money, I'm going to buy a Louis Vuitton. Nope. But I'll tell you, individual in question. So that was me also then now telling this guy, so at the same time, in the midst of all of this, all the rest of the patriarchies are doing all these things and buying me things and like, you know, buying me everything. I haven't paid for anything. It's actually quite insane. I haven't paid for my groceries. I haven't paid for my new headphones. I haven't paid for my, like, literally nothing. And I don't ask them. Also, I've been on like 2 recent dates. The last 2 days, 3 days ago, it's now gone before, I think. We've gone out. He's taking me on a boat across the bloody River Thames. He's running across the River Thames on the boat. And then yesterday or the day before, the day after that, the day after that, we're just like, guys. And then another day in London, and oh my gosh, and it was amazing. Like, we went to central London, and we went to all these things. Like, there was like an outdoor. I didn't even know there was an outdoor cinema. We found an outdoor cinema. He's all buying me this, he's buying me. I'm just like, literally stop. If you can please stop. Because I'm not asking for this. And I feel like part of it is the pressure that like they're in their heads that they feel like they have to do it because that's what they're used to as women. And can I just be honest? That's what ruins majority of my experiences with men is their assumption about how I'm going to be as a woman because of their experience with women. And I don't treat them like how I don't treat any man ever or anyone based on how I've been treated. Because listen, if I was going to do that, are you kidding me? I don't do that. So, yeah, so on another day, the outdoor cinema in central London, I'm having a flipping dragon fruit martini. It was the best cocktail I've ever had, the dragon fruit martini that I had. Like, I'm not a sweet drink girl, and it wasn't really sweet. I'm also not somebody who really buys cocktails, right? But then this guy was like, you should just pick a drink. Like, pick a drink for both of us to try, because he had picked the first drink, which we had, the honey Jack Daniels. Again, Jack Daniels, I hate JD, but the honey Jack Daniels is good, I will admit. Yeah, he's like, but I hate the normal Jack Daniels. I hate it. But so we had honey Jack Daniels, like, just on the rocks. He's like, you pick a drink, like, pick something. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna pick something random off the menu. We'll see what happens, right? Just because I had the word dragon in it, I was like, cool, that sounds fun. Let's get the dragon fruit martini. Yeah, it was so good. I can't lie. I took a photo. It was really good. So that was the last day, and then that same day, I was with him. Yeah, my friends went. No, that was yesterday actually, with the sensei dude. My friends went. So the guy's like, "You free? You free?" I'm just like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, literally, this is insane. And part of the reason, again, I don't have my full license driving, is because I don't really have to drive. Can I be honest? And I've been saying to them, oh my God, do I need a license? Because they seem to want to do everything. The other guy was all like, listen, you said you're done with your teaching job, yeah? You don't want to work there anymore. Listen, let me know. I'll make 1 or 2 phone calls, maximum 2 phone calls. I'll get you a new job right where I work, right here. I'm sure I can get you a job at my own job. And I was like, okay. This is what I'm saying. And then when it comes to women in my life, when I'm going through stuff, I'm not expecting anybody to do anything. I want to be clear. I've said that. I'm not expecting anybody to do anything. I'm just expecting people to be understanding, because I feel like the reason why they do these things is because they hear me out, right? And then they realize, oh, she is actually giving 100%. And she's just struggling because she's got no help. So I'm going to help her. But the thing is, and because they're men, they just get to the point of whatever the thing is. If it's like the driving, if it's like the working out, if it's like whatever, they just do it. They just do it. Oh, my earphones the other day broke. That's why the guy bought me headphones, sent straight to my house. he was like, he was like, okay, I can see her headphones actually. Well, I'm just going to buy her some headphones straight to your house. Obviously I gave him one of my aliases. I have an alias, first and surnames, multiple of them, because again, I can't tell these guys all my details because they are still men and I'm still scared. And the funny thing is, they're not expecting me to have sex with them. Like, honestly, I feel like women are asking for more. For the bet, like, I get it. Like, that's why when these men are telling me their stories, that's why I get it. Like, when this guy was like, oh, I've been thinking about taking my own life, and like, based on what he's going through, which I'm obviously not going to share, but I do know exactly, I get it. Because I'm like, yeah, I get it. Like, I get it. Like, I get why you feel like that strongly about what you're going through, because you're just being, everything that's happened to you is just take. And like, that's why even for them, in their mind, they're not doing a lot. They're like, what do you mean? It doesn't matter. I'll just teach you how to fight. I'll just teach you how to this. I'll just take you after dinner. It's not a big deal. Like, but I feel like it's because, they're so stressed. And these are not married men. I just like to add, these men are single men. And we talk about single men in the building. And just add to that part. Because I know that the women of the world are going to hate this and be like, oh, another situation with the guy, right? So here's what happened. Me and Desiree had a little moment together because basically one of these guys, yeah, I went to go to see him, yeah, at his house, which I don't go to see most of them, by the way. I just like to add that. Hold on. Yeah, I don't like to go to see them for the most part. So I go to his house and I bump into his landlord. It's a woman, happens to be a woman. Now, bearing in mind, and this is the thing about life and why life is funny, he is staying at this house not because he can't afford a better house, because again, I don't know why they just be telling me how much money they make and what their salary is, and I don't ask for these questions. I don't ask these things because I don't care. I told you guys. Anyways, my heart is stolen, as I said. This guy, I don't think he stole it on purpose, but damn, He damn near done robbed daylight robbery. So yeah, so he's they just tell me how much money they make and all this, which I'm not asking. So he's told me how much money he's making, yeah, and whatever. So he's staying where he is because like, look, I work 7 days a week. He works like 15 hours a day. Like, there's no reason for him to stay anywhere else. He owns houses, properties around the world, but he obviously, like, he rents things out and whatever. Anyway, so this woman is basically lucky to have him because, like, in London, especially where he lives, to have a tenant who pays on time, who pays regularly, and who's consistent, and who's doing nothing, like, he's not bringing people around to have a party in the house, he's not doing nothing, right? Because he's always working, is unheard of. So even when he told me, I was like, your mom, she's so blessed to have you, because like in this day and age, it's kind of insane. So anywho, I end up bumping into her while she's there. Yeah. And then she starts to act up, and then he's like, oh, so he says she starts to act up, and he was like, she's never behaved like that until you came here. And I was like, isn't that interesting? Isn't that so interesting? And it was the first time I feel like a guy had the ability to recognize I'm not freaking crazy. Like, because I didn't say anything at first, right? But yeah, she's like, and she was being passive aggressive. Because like, she's being passive aggressive, right? So again, bearing in mind that I'm not doing anything at all. You know what I'm saying, with the guy. So I'm just there with whatever reason. So we're in this house, and then she's like, you know what it is, like, because he asks, like, one of us asks, I think it was him, asked, like, oh, you okay, what's up? She's like, well, there's just people in the house that I don't want to be here. She's saying that about me in my face. There's people in the house that I don't want to be here. And this is what I'm saying again, like, I'm just like, you know what? I'm sick of actually having to be the adult amongst adults, so, whatever. So, after the fact, and then, yeah, and he's like, I've never seen her behave that way, and I was like, yeah. Because that's the reality of my life, is that it's always just me. It's me that's the problem. It's me that makes people react a certain way. Certain women, not all women, certain women. Because like you guys know, I've got female friends. I've got my friend in this. Like, I've got females in my life that I can hang around with. You know what I mean? So it's not all women. It's some women, right? And so she's like, yeah, there's just somebody in the house. It doesn't have to be here. By the way, I failed my driving test, just back to that quickly, like the week before COVID. So that's why I haven't done it again, because basically they were like, no, we're prioritizing the key workers and whatever. It was literally like the week. And it wasn't even that I failed it again, by the way. So the driving school I was with, yeah, they kept cancelling my test for me, because I remember I got a new driving instructor guy afterwards, because I went to another driving school, I did another driving thing after the fact. Something I'm making so much effort to get nothing out of this life, like it's like squeezing blood out of a brick. So I went to another driving school, did another driving test. He was lovely, by the way, the guy. Well, maybe he wasn't, because they kept cancelling my tests. So I guess every 3 to 6 months, like every 3 months or so, they were cancelling my tests. And I didn't know they were doing that. I found out afterwards, because the freaking DVLA sent me some email like, why'd you keep like asking for a test and then cancelling it? I never cancelled the freaking test. Why would I cancel my freaking I just want to get the freaking test done. Do you know what I'm saying? So anyway, yeah, they kept cancelling it. And the last final test that I actually knew about, the only one I actually knew about, was like a week before COVID. And they cancelled it again. Because they were like, yeah, COVID's happened, and then they were like, oh, we've got to prioritize key workers. Yeah, I hate everything here. I hate this place, hate this planet, hate everything. So yeah, thank God for the patriarchy, for stepping up and actually, helping me. Well, not stepping up, because I'm not their responsibility. That's actually what makes me sad about it, because I'm none of their responsibility. I'm no one's responsibility. Like, you know what I mean? But these guys actually make an effort, like, for no reason. And I feel like it's because they hear me out. They don't judge me like the women do and just assume things. And then because the women, how they judge me, that's why they can't be there for me in any capacity, because they're jealous, right? They can't do it. Nothing can be wrong in my life. It doesn't matter what's wrong with me. Nothing's wrong with me because, oh, but you have this, but you have that. And I work hard for it. Like, even my body today, this guy was like, realizing how strong I actually am. And I'm like, yeah, I stretch all the time. Like, I do train my body. It's not that I don't train I train my body. You know what I mean? Like, I work for it. Like, I work for everything I've ever had. Like, I remember when I first ever lost weight, I used to be chubby, right? And I say that because a guy said that, male friend of mine, he was like, he called me chubby. This guy wanted to call me chubby. And I was like, well, ain't no way. So I decided to work out. That's when I started going to the gym. That's when I first ever started going to the gym. I was 15. I started going to the gym. I would go to the gym, like you guys already know the story, 6 days a week minimum. I was eating 1,000 calories only every day. Only one serious meal, my dinner. The rest of the day I would be eating like whatever. But total 1,000 calories every day, and I'd be working out for an hour and a half, 45 minutes on the treadmill, 45 minutes on the cross trainer. I would do abs, arms, out, abs, arms, ass. That was always my combo. I would do literally like 150 reps of everything. Yeah, and I would do more every day. I'll come back. I'll do more. Some people act like, oh, you're just lucky to have that body. If I had that body, like you have your body, like the women, shut the freak up. I'm working so hard for this. Like, I'm working so hard. Like, I was working so hard to like have that body. Even now, like, I still work. Like, why do you guys think I'm always out and about? I'm trying to keep myself in good shape as well. So it's good when I like walk around, and it's good for me to be out in nature. Like, I don't know what the point with this video is, to be honest, other than me just getting things off my chest. But yeah, I've finally gone back to living sensei. And this guy's training me, teaching. This other guy wants to teach me how to drive. You know what I'm saying? Thank God somebody's gonna teach. And I told him the whole story, and he was like, "Yeah, you know what? You just need like this." I was like, "Thank you, appreciate it. I'm not asking for the money. I'm not asking anything. I just need somebody that can think on my behalf. Yeah, that's what I'm asking for. A bit of help, because I'm out here doing God's work. Like, you're out here, these guys are out here. The things they say to me, like, I'm so grateful to have you in my life. I'm so grateful to have met you because, I was stressed about this and I was thinking about that, and it's just nice to spend time with you. This is what they're saying. And then I'm praying for them. Like, this other guy, even, like, all of them. I'll be like, sometimes I'll just have a random feeling about one of them. I'll be like, I'll pray for them right now. Like, I'll pray for them, and I'll spend time praying. And then they'll be like, yeah, you won't believe what happened today to me. Like, I went through this, I went through that. I'm like, really? And at the exact same time or date that they're talking about, I was praying for them. Yeah. Anyways, the guy left his house, by the way. He's moved. He's moving. Booked his new event. He's like, I don't have to put up with this, because this is ridiculous. Like, and he saw it for himself. I don't have to be involved. I don't have to be involved. It's nice when you talk to grown men who are thinking. I mean, I saw Jezebel and I even waved at her because I was like, I know this is your workings. That she's so mad for nothing. But yeah, he was like, yeah, I'm going to a viewing today. I found a new place. In fact, I found a better place to see than Bell. And actually, to be honest, once I'm moving, I would actually love us to have a barbecue. I would like to invite you over to have a barbecue. He's moving house. This is what I'm saying, guys. My life is a movie. So, yeah. Yeah. I know I haven't even uploaded the second vlog of Poland, but that one's the best one. You guys are going to see it because I got both the dates in one video and everything, but yeah, with the Polish guy. But yeah, that's the story. If anybody wants to know the flipping story of what's going down in my life, well, I'm stressed, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, right? Because I'm exhausted from the spiritual battle. To men, they're not exhausting me, but they are doing everything. Like, because I was like, I've got new headphones, I've got new jewellery, I've got my flipping groceries bought for me. I've got flipping everything flipping done for me. This is why I don't tell them anything. Because if they ask me, like, how's your day? What's you been up to today? How's your day? Like, what's going I can't tell them. Because if I tell them the truth, they're going to swoop in and come and fix all my problems, which I appreciate, like, in terms of conceptually. But physically, they need to save their money. That's why I tried to do the bare minimum. Like, this guy took me grocery shopping. I only bought like 5 items because I was like, sir, and like, whatever you need, just buy whatever you want. That's what they do. They just buy whatever you want. I'm like, no, I'm not going to spend your money. Save your money. I know how many hours you worked. This is what I'm saying about the curse of Adam thing I've been saying to you guys. I know how many hours you've worked for that money. I'm not just going to go here and just casually, like, without a thought in my mind, go and spend like hundreds of your money. I'll buy like maybe 4 or 5 items. I'm not going to waste your money. You know what I mean? So yeah, they're insane. They're insane. And then they're like, how's your day? Yeah, my day's going great. Because if I tell them, oh, I've been crying all day because I'm upset, because I'm stressed and overwhelmed, then they're going to be there. And my ex was exactly the same. He used to do that, 2 hours it would take him to drive. But last minute, what's going on? He'd be like, how's your day? You okay? And I'd be like, no, I'm not okay. He would fly, pick me up. Then he'd be like, I bought you food already, by the way. Take me out on a drive. He's like, I know you like to be in the car. Plug your phone in, play the songs you want to play in the car. Like, I'm trying really hard, by the way, to like not really dislike women in general, right? But I feel like with me and the guys, we just have this like back and forth that makes sense for us. It's like similar to like having brothers. My brothers, we kind of have a similar dynamic. Like something, it's there's nothing. That's why it's not a sexual thing. It's not a romantic sexual thing. It's just more like a mutual appreciation, if you will. Because it's exactly how I am with God. Like, my relationship with God is the same. Like, he's doing everything for me, so I do for him the best I can do, and that's not good enough, but it's the best I can do. You know what I mean? I do the same thing with God. I do the same thing with these guys. I'm like, look, I can't offer you who you're asking for, but I can offer you some things. There's some things in your life I can definitely help you with if you want the help. And also, I can actually definitely be at least there for you on an emotional level. That I can handle, because I can handle any level. That's why I think again people are weak, because I can handle any level of emotional trauma. So there's nothing these guys say. I'm never that like, oh, that's just too much for me to handle. No, never. That never happens. I just listen and I get it and I understand and I have my own thoughts, whatever. And it's the same thing. And then we have our little back and forth. And then it's like the same thing like having my brothers. My brothers, we don't get into deep conversations all the time. My youngest brother, obviously, like, basically never. My other brother, also basically never. But in certain moments, like, they know they can count on me, like, to care about them, like, you know what I mean, when it matters. And then I also know that, like, if I'm stressed or distressed or whatever, if I tell my brother, like, I'm really upset today, and, like, whatever, but do you want to play Mortal Kombat? I'm like, I would love to play Mortal Kombat. Or I remember, like, a couple of years ago, it was a summer's day and I was crying. I was just in bed crying, right? And then one of my brothers called me. They were like, "Hey, we're playing football at such and such park. Do you want to come and join?" And I was like, "Really?" And I came. When I arrived, yeah, guys, I was so upset that day. Like, I was so upset, and I didn't know what to do with myself. When I arrived, and like they're playing music through the speakers. They're all like having a vibe. The sun was setting. It was so nice, and I just got to just play football with my brothers. Like, I just got to play football with them. We didn't talk about my issues. We didn't talk about anything. We were just playing football. And I remember the other year, not this year because they changed it this year, it was a Sidemen charity match, right? Because of course I've become my brothers are the reasons I know about the Sidemen. It was a Sidemen charity match, and I remember it was the hottest day of the year. I was miserable. One of my brothers, he was the one who bought the snacks. Yeah, the other one obviously didn't do anything. And then I cooked the actual like physical food. So I made brisket, I made all these things, and we just it was the hottest day ever. Like, we were all literally sweating and whatever, but like just chill with my brothers, and it just really meant everything to me, you know. It just gave me that feeling of like I can keep going, you know. And so yeah, anyway, I'm gonna leave that there because I've been saying a lot of things. And I'm really getting everything off my chest. Honestly, I've realized I'm just gonna start saying stuff and just saying it because it's the truth. You can't. No one can villainize me for telling the truth because it's the truth. It's the observable. It's the physical truth. You know. So, but yeah, you. So yeah, shout out long live the patriarchy. So to say that, and all the other things they're doing. They're doing a lot. They're doing too much. And I'm trying to stop them. You know, I really do because I can tell, and I'm trying really hard not to say anything to them because I know they're going to do something about it. And I know as well, like the ladies will just be like, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. You need to do this. You need to do this. You need to do this. And I'm like, yeah, you guys are never allies, like actually helpful. They're just telling me stuff. You know what I mean? I'm doing everything I can for everyone. I've always have been. Like, I think that's what they realize when I tell them, I'm like, all I've ever done is everything I can do for everyone. So this idea, like they're the ones hyping me up. That these days, like, you need to stand up for yourself and you need to stop doing things. And I'm like, when you have many men all over the world starting telling you that you need to stand up for yourself and you need to stop letting people do this and this, it's like, oh, maybe I should then, because they seem really serious. You need to stand up for yourself. You're doing too much for everybody else. You need to think about yourself. You need to like prioritize yourself. Put yourself first. This is what they be saying to me. I don't even be telling them about basically anything that's happening in my life. So anyway, if life's a game, I'm supposed to win. God bless you all, guys. God loves you. I love you. I don't know when I'll be back. Okay, I'm trying to gather myself because yeah. But yeah, they're really sweet and I appreciate them. And that's why I do say long live the patriarchy, because, you know, for the most part, they really are doing their best. And like, so am I and so are we. And that's why we're all here. Yeah. Life's game. Yeah. God bless you all. I love you. And I'll see you on my next one.